Let's start with the places that give chains a bad name. Now, for the first time ever, Mike and Dave Andelman reveal the 5 worst restaurant chains in America.
Oh boy, so here we go. The chain gang has arrived. Mike and Dave Andelman have done their research. It was tough, and they have determined the 5 worst chain restaurants in America. Right off the top, Mike, I'm surprised by your first pick, but you're telling me Vinny T's, one of the worst chain restaurants.
It used to be Vinny Testa's. Right. Now it's Vinny T's. Now I just wanted to say out of business. Oh. It's just, there's nothing good. It used to be have huge portions and okay food.
Right. Still
huge portions with awful food. Now, if you're going to Vinny T's, my formula is this when I go there. For every bite of my entree, I take 3 Prilosec and 6 Tums.
That's the formula.
I mean, you don't feel good as it's coming down your stomach.
All right, so Vinny T's, Mike's number 1 pick here. Let's move to you, Dave. We're looking for the 5 worst chain restaurants in America. And now, no surprise on this one, I think, for a lot of people. It's Applebee's.
Horrible, Dan. You know you're a terrible chain when you get bought by IHOP. I mean,
not a good sign.
Imagine the humiliation of the CEO of Applebee's. He goes home for dinner that night. His wife says, "How was work, honey?" And he says, "Well, you know that terrible breakfast chain known for those disgusting bottles of syrup? Well, they're running the show now."
Right.
Applebee's, food, horrible. I never liked that whole bit with Tyler Florence designing your burger.
Right.
It's total sensory overload when you go in there. They're always featuring like the tilapia of the month or some crazy thing.
Well, it's funny you say that. I actually just ate at Applebee's last week, and talk about overwhelming. On the menu now, take a look here. You get your choice of like 5 different appetizers for $11, or a soup and a salad and a sandwich combo for $6 for lunch. There's too many choices.
Do you turn into an albino when you go to Applebee's? That was not a flattering shot.
I've not been outside very much. I'm sorry. All right, let's move along to number 3 of the worst chains in America. In no particular order, of course.
No, they're all equally awful.
Right. But Mike, you're saying it's Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. One of the reasons I almost didn't have children is so I would avoid going to Chuck E. Cheese. I'd say, honey, I don't want kids because I don't want to have to go here.
Right.
For research purposes, I went by myself last week, and I'm waiting for Chris Hansen from Dateline to walk out like, "Michael, why are you eating here?" It's expensive, it's awful, and every pizza comes with like 50 tokens, so you have to play video games afterwards.
Our grandfather used to say, skee-ball and food just don't mix.
That's true. That was true in the old country, and it's true today. Now, Dave, this next place is such a bad chain restaurant. We actually don't even have any video of this. I don't even know if they exist, but we're talking about the Red Lobster.
We have thousands of restaurants on video.
Yeah.
We don't have Red Lobster. I've never seen a Red Lobster.
No.
I don't know anybody that's ever been to a Red Lobster.
See their ads all the time.
I don't know.
If you combine legal seafood and Building 19, you've got Red Lobster, and those 2 things should not be combined.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, the lobster...
Who wants cheap lobster?
Right.
You know, some people think that the government faked that moon landing in the 60s. I suspect the government, for some weird conspiracy reason, is faking the entire Red Lobster chain.
It's a very interesting point. Now, another chain owned by the same company as Red Lobster. Mike, your last pick here for the worst chain restaurant in America, the Olive Garden.
Well, they've got a never-ending bowl of pasta, and when they brought it over, it was ending. It was over.
You ended it immediately after 1 taste.
There's the Cheesecake Factory. These guys should be known as the Breadstick Factory. That's the only thing that's good there. They claim all their chefs go to Italy to train.
Yes, they do. They send all their chefs to Italy.
I got a travel agenda of when they went to Italy last time.
Yeah.
8 a.m. leave Boston.
Right.
Arrive Rome 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Put frozen pasta in boiling water 4:15. Go home.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go to Italy to do that.
They must go there to go shopping. They're not learning anything about it.
It's like a joke that I'm not in on, that there's a 2-hour wait there.
No, so, I mean, it is pretty incredible that, as you said, you're not too far away from the North End. If you're going to an Olive Garden, you think the move is to probably maybe go to the North End for Italian food, Mike?
I think that might be your move. I am just, when I drive by an Olive Garden and there's a line out the door, it's like there are guys in the North End with tears running down their eyes saying, it's probably the same price.
All right, we will have more with Mike and Dave coming up in a little bit.